Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see what is many-to-one function and a constant function. Let's get started. What is many-to-one function? For two input values, there will be one output value. What is the meaning of that? This means that at least two elements in the domain are having one image in the range. The number of elements in the domain should be more than the number of elements in the range. What is the meaning of that? The meaning of that is you should have more elements in the domain than in the range. It is possible that few elements are left in the range which doesn't have any pre-image in the domain. To check that, draw the horizontal line on the graph. It should cut two or more than 2 points, which will show you for two or more values of x, you are getting one value of y. Let's understand this with some mappings here. If you have the two sets x and the y, x is containing the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The set y has elements a, b and c. If you have the mapping that 1 maps to a, 2 maps to a also. Here 3 maps to b, 4 maps to c as well as 5 maps to c. So we can write down the set as 1a, 2a, 3b, 4c and 5c. As you can see from here, there are two elements in the domain which have the same range here. There are two elements here which have the same range, and the number of elements in x are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of elements in y are a, b and c. So as you can see from here, the number of elements in the domain are more than the range. Let's see one more mapping. This is your set x, this is your set y. 2 maps to a, 3 maps to e, 6 maps to e, 4 maps to c, 5 maps to c. We will write down the number of elements in x are 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The number of elements in y, there are so many elements in y, but I can't write it down. I should write down the values which are mapped with the domain only. So I will write down a, c and e only. A, c and e will be the elements in the set y. As you can see from here, the elements in the domain are more than the range. Even though there are more elements in the range y, I can't write it down because they are not mapped with some of the elements in the domain. I can write down the set M as 2a, 3e, 4c, 5c and 6e. Let's see one more mapping. This is your set x, this is your set y. The number of elements in x are 1, 2, 5, 7 and 9. The number of elements in y are a, b, f, e, h. And the mapping goes from a maps to f, 2 maps to f, 5 maps to a, 7 maps to a, 9 maps to h. We will write down the elements in the set x as 1, 2, 5, 7 and 9. The elements in y, I should write down a, f and h because those elements have the mapping with the domain. The set y will contain the elements a, f and h. We can write down the set z as 1f, 2f, 5a, 7a and 9h. Let's see. When the graph is given to you, this is the graph in front of you. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is negative x and negative y. And this is the curve you have, which is y is equal to x square. To check that this is a many-to-one function, I told you you have to draw the horizontal line. So this is the line I have drawn here. This cuts the graph at 2 points here and here. If you go down, you can see as 1 and minus 1. For two values in the domain, I am getting only one range here. F of 1 is 1. F of minus 1 is also 1. Two elements are mapped with one element in the range. So this is called your many-to-one function. Let's see the constant function now. A many-to-one function is called a constant function if for different input values you are getting only one output value. What is the meaning of that? The meaning is different values of the domain will give you only one value in the range. Let's understand this with the mapping here. This is your set x, this is your set t. the elements in X are 1, 2, 3 and 4 as I have written here. The elements in T is only A. As you can see from here, 1 maps to A, 2 maps to A, 3 maps to A, 4 also maps to A. There is no element should left in the domain. Here all the elements in the domain are mapped to one element in the range. This is the meaning of constant function. If you write on the set here, this will be written as Z is equal to middle bracket, then the small bracket 1 mapped to A, comma 2 mapped to A, comma 3 mapped to A, as well as 4 mapped to A, and this bracket close. This is your set. Let's take the function fx is equal to 4. This is called a constant function because whatever value you give to x, you can put any value here, you will get the answer as 4. Because there is no variable x, whatever the value you give to x, you will get the answer as 4 only. This is called the constant function. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye-bye everyone.